Hello everyone, we're from Group 1 Kom3305-2. So in this video, we would like to give a short brief regarding mass media in education of Malaysia. So this is our group topic. So what is mass media? We all might wonder what exactly types of mass media out there. Mass media is all around us. We can't deny that mass media is what keeps everything done all around here. It's what makes the world spins. The education system is an important foundation for developing society and the country in a better direction. Malaysia is a country with a pluralistic society where every policy implemented needs to be in line with the needs of the community. The educational policy implemented is not only intended to provide lessons in schools, but as a tool to realize national unity. Through the school system, society is formed by giving education to all Malaysians regardless of race, religion, and skin color. However, after 53 years of independence, Malaysia's multi-ethnic society still does not show a strong bond of unity. Until now, Malaysian society is still separated through the school system, namely national schools, Chinese type of schools, and Tamil national type of schools. Therefore, the government needs to take serious care in ensuring that educational issues are well controlled in the relation of multiracial Malaysian community are always in a harmonious state, or even fail if the education system is not implemented properly and transparently. Information and Communication Technology (ICT) is identified as one of the most important factors that help the achievement of education development goals 2001 until 2010. The speed of ICT progress is a challenge for the country to provide human resource with knowledge and skills in ICT. In order to lead efforts to provide human resources, the Malaysian Ministry of Education (KPM) needs to provide physical and non-physical requirements to enable the use of ICT as an enabling tool to all levels of educational organization. The use of ICT also has the potential to bring changes and reforms to the education system towards the unification of national education at the international level. ICT is a system that enables the collection, management, and manipulation, acquisition, and communication of information in various forms. ICT in education means the use of information and communication technology that supports core processes in the management and administration of education, teaching and learning, PNP, and lifelong education.
Alright, so I will continue with the history of learning in Malaysia before the presence of the mass media. The education system in Malaysia before 2010 was more focused on producing a Malaysian nation that could produce knowledgeable citizens in order to provide human resources for the needs and development of the country. Most government policies for education in schools and the field of employment before the presence of mass media use more written and printed materials. Many government initiatives to bring forth a generation in that year by opening various schools with different functions. For example, cluster schools are schools with excellent achievements in aspect of school management and student development. Jenis kebangsaan schools are schools whose medium of instruction or language is Chinese or Tamil. Wawasan School is more focused on integration that places several schools of different streams in one different area. This means a combination of national type school and national schools are united in this school. Through this school education system, we can clearly see that communication and physical facilities are also a platform for imparting knowledge to students at that time. It cannot be denied that this method brings good to every Malaysian, but Malaysia is also not an exception in following the trend of technological development that makes this education system change little by little. The passage of time has brought the education system in Malaysia to a new form with the introduction of internet facilities and broadband networks without the use of written materials. Most schools at the beginning of 2010 have provided a lot of facilities or computer facilities such as one-base study net and computer laboratory facilities. The objective of establishing a school computer lab is to improve computer literacy among students, encourage interest and curiosity about computers, providing opportunities and facilities to learn computer programming for students and teachers, and also the following is the function of one Bestari Net in the past.
In a technology-driven world, today's generation is able to explore, discover and interact like never before. And as this thirst for knowledge increases, how do schools keep up with the needs of the 21st century learner? The Malaysian Ministry of Education is taking the lead in rapidly transforming traditional classrooms into advanced learning environments by delivering the best in educational technology to over 10,000 schools in the country. Under the One Bestari Net project, Malaysia will be the first country in the world to equip schools with an integrated solution that combines one of the world's most innovative learning platforms, the Frog VLE, with high-speed mobile internet access via YTL Communications Yes 4G network, taking teaching and learning beyond the classroom. As an additional advantage, Yes 4G internet coverage will also extend beyond the boundaries of each school, allowing neighboring communities to enjoy the benefits. Developed in the United Kingdom, the Frog VLE is designed to aid and enhance teaching and learning. For example, tedious administrative tasks will be streamlined, providing teachers with more time to focus on what they do best. Teaching. With a few simple clicks, they can create engaging lesson resources, keep track of students' progress, and store teaching material in a single location. Students can learn more independently and communicate with teachers for a more flexible, tailored experience. For ease of use, every teacher and student will receive a personal ID. This single ID is all that's needed for seamless access to the Frog VLE, the Yes network, email and global resources, as well as content from the Ministry of Education. In addition, busy parents can keep track of their children's progress and stay updated on school happenings on the go in the most convenient way. With One Bestari Net, every single school across the country will be equipped to collaborate and help raise our standards of education to new heights. For the first time, every child in Malaysia will have access to world-class learning tools. An excellent education should be the right of every child. Now it can be. Join us in transforming education with One Bestari Net.
The COVID-19 pandemic is a globally ongoing 2019 coronavirus disease outbreak caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. The outbreak was initially detected in mid-December 2019 in the city of Wuhan and was declared as a pandemic by the World Health Organization in March 2020. As of December 2020, more than 70 million cases of COVID-19 have been reported in at least 180 countries, preceded by the United States with over 15 million cases, resulting in more than 1.5 million deaths. This situation caused panic almost all over the world, where many countries, including Malaysia, took drastic measures to introduce the Movement Control Order (MCO) nationwide starting March 18, 2020 to curb the spread of COVID-19 from being infected to all Malaysians. In Malaysia, since the MCO began in line with the government's directive to close all schools and educational institutions, the Ministry of Education Malaysia has issued a directive for the implementation of teaching and learning at home or PDPR to be carried out. All educators from kindergarten to tertiary education use PDPR-based e-learning methods such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Google Classroom, Zoom Meeting, Google Meet and many other applications to ensure that students do not drop out of learning. The MOE itself have reintroduced an educational TV program that is broadcast daily for 2 hours to ensure that all students have access to learning. In fact, on April 2020, the trend showed that Malaysians were the third most used country in the world to use the Google Classroom application in PDPR during the period when MCO was implemented and the fifth place for the past 12 months. The development of education in Malaysia is proliferating. The Ministry of Education Malaysia MOE mobilizes various efforts to improve the quality of education in the country, including formulating curriculum syllabus from the Integrated Secondary School Curriculum KBSM to the Secondary School Standard Curriculum KSSM for secondary schools and primary schools. Curriculum reform from the Integrated Primary School Curriculum KBSR to the Standard Primary School Curriculum KSSR. In this regard, KPM collaborated with ForAsia in 2014 and Google Classroom in 2019 in the Delima application to introduce a learning environment in virtual classrooms to all schools in Malaysia to implement virtual and blended learning.
We aspire to be a developing country by 2020, and when we become a developed country in 2020, we have to ensure a proper education system fulfills those criteria. And in order to fulfill those criteria, we have to prepare education for the second generation. And if you talk about second generation, it's about technology. Since 1990, the Malaysian education system, we have invested nearly 6 billion ringgit to upgrade our system in technology, ICT, in education. We have more than 10,000 schools in the country. The students get connected through one system, which is called the One Best Study Net. Exchanging ensure that this initiative is put in place, and to ensure that the One Best Study Net is a system that can be implemented, because we in the government of Malaysia, and we want to make sure that this is done, and Exchanging has been entrusted to ensure that this initiative takes place on the ground.
Exchanging is Malaysia's Ministry of Education's fulfillment partner for its initiative called School in the Cloud. It's an interesting and compelling idea where we've replaced the traditional classroom. Teachers, parents, and students all log in, whether they are in the classroom, they are within the school premises, or at home, or anywhere in Malaysia or outside the country, can log in and access their lesson plans. It's an ability-based, customized training system unique to each student.
The YTLC Exchanging Malaysia partnership has leveraged on bringing 4 key components together in synchronization. That is the compute device, connectivity, the learning platform, and content.
We have 2 labs using 82 Chromebooks. By using the virtual learning environment, especially the Frog VLE, the students can acquire knowledges throughout the world just by the touch of the hands.
Open it up, enter my password, and it's there. The latest school news, my class timetables, assignments that teachers give me, video assignments, typing essays, drawing diagrams.
We use VLE Frog for a lot of things. We to find materials, to upload our materials, and to give assignments.
Just with a few clicks, I will be able to track my son's attendance, the progress in the school, homework. I can even connect with the teacher.
Parents would be more supportive, and they will keep track on their students' assignment and homework.
My parents check the VLE quite once a week to check on my disciplines, my studies, how's going on to school, and to finish my assignments or not, my homeworks.
I use it to monitor my child's progress. I'm able to see her marks in the system, what she's good in and what she's not so good in, so that I can speak to the teacher to try and improve her further.
It's not easy to provide a system of ICT.
In conclusion, the role of education development in the country at the higher education level is important, but I think that for a better future, the beginning of a child education about teaching and learning is in the hands of the mother. Education plays a big role in developing countries in every field. is play an exemplary role in the development of a country. If the people of a country are educated, then they easily help them in development. Like any form of technology, uses of mass media in teaching has both an upside and a downside. For instance, exposure of internet to young children will increase the probability of them to consume negative content as it gets easier to be accessed. Yet without proper guidance on uses of technology might accidentally view a vulgar picture and video on unmonitored website. This will affect their social and psychology, which often lead to mental health problems. Hence, it is recommended to closely keep track their internet usage by limiting or blocking unsocialized pages. The end, and thank you for watching.